I'm sorry to say, but you haven't yet paid me for the clock I brought you last time.
The clock? Oh yes, I found a broken clock in the living room and I couldn't remember where it came from.
You broke it? Ah, that is unfortunate. It was such a beautiful piece of work.
Really? Oh, I'm so clumsy these days. I'm so sorry. How much was it?
This'll be enough. I can't make you pay the whole price if it's broken.
That's so kind of you. I'm going to make some tea now.
It will be enough until the next time you forget it, you old bat.
Ах ты маленький поганец. Похоже, кто-то тут напрашивается на покушаться. А ну-ка иди сюда, маленький поганец.
Good evening, young man.
There's no...
It's time to confess, Martin. You've exploited Miss Gillingham's weakness to your own advantage, have you not?
All I've done is smile at her and be kind to her. I've done no other harm than giving her what she needed. This is no crime.
You really are convinced you did nothing wrong? Young man, you are a fascinating case of shameless selfishness.
You can blame my folks for that. They taught me never to expect nothing from anyone except lies.
So it's bad parenting then? How convenient. Where are your parents?
6 feet under, I suppose. When the flu had weakened my father enough for him to be too weak to punch me, I figured it was time to run away.
Я не спорю, но это не повод женщины бедные, у которой еще и маразм. Ну, походу, маразм. Или деменция.
Is that why you let them die of the flu? Because your father was beating you?
When the epidemic started, last summer, I begged them to leave town. Neighbours were dying, houses were looted, but they chose to stay.
Do you have any regrets about what happened?
I haven't got regrets, but sometimes I'd like to make sure they're gone. Dead for good. Like, it helps me sleep.
Какой ты эгоистичный мальчик, да?
Let me be frank. You're as much of a businessman as I am a werewolf, right?
Who the hell are you to question me? It's hard enough to stay clean when you don't have a place to sleep. I'm doing my best here.
I meant no offense, Mr. Nightingale. I was merely pointing out the fact that you're unlikely to survive long if you continue wandering this path.
And what should I do then, sir? Should I join the wet boot boys like so many others? No thanks. I'd rather be a bad seller than a dead gang member.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood? Have you got any friends around these parts?
Not really. Miss Gillingham smiles and says kind words, but I know she's lost her marbles, especially since her son died.
Ладно, я не буду, я уже это знаю. Так. Ага. Давай мы тебя вылечим, дорогой.
Young man.
I don't like...
Жри.
Thank you.
Угу.
Goodbye.
Сейчас я еще с Гиллингем поговорю, и тебе писец все. А, мне, как видите, достаточно.
Good evening, Miss Gillingham. May I come?
Of course.
Маленькая оплошность. Фу, блин. Оплошности. А у нее нечего спрашивать. Ладно. Мисс Ги... Неоконченное письмо. Родни, я только что узнал о том, что произошло сегодня вечером. Я побежал к тебе, но ты уже ушел. Вот я и пишу тебе эту записку. Это правда, что ты убил его? Невероятно. Почему? Что произошло? Мне очень нужно с тобой поговорить. Пожалуйста, найди способ связаться со мной. Я знаю, что ты можешь быть очень осторожным, и поэтому, чтобы ты знал, что это не ловушка, давай при встрече использовать код. И я просвещу свое имя, Джек, азбукой Морзе, а ты свое. Тогда ты поймешь, что это в самом деле я. А пока это хорошо, что ты прячешься. Мокрые ботинки разгуливают по всему кварталу и говорят, что накажут того, кто убил одного из них. Когда все утихнет, мы с тобой договоримся и все уладим. Родни Грейгер? О, это богатый район. Как неожиданно. Нет. Нет, это здешний район, который последний чувак, которого я не мог найти. Потерян? Он потерян. Это нормально все. Охренеть, он потерян. Угу. Наверное, он все-таки где-то здесь. Ну и он в этом списке просто не числится, потому что Шон Хэмптон вообще у нас там сидел в самом начале в нашей больничке. Так. Ну да. Так, смотри, у нас есть этот подс. Ладно, чё выясним? Подожди, стоять. Стоять. Канализации прячется. Я понял. Смотри, у нас здесь есть какие-то одна подсказка, которая еще не взята. Давай мы пойдем, значит, сюда. Где он? Да, пойдем сюда. Выполним это. Я думал, конечно, я все сделаю, но, похоже, нет. Этот чел пусть здесь сидит. Проход в канализацию я знаю. Да, тот вон там, вот куда я в прошлый раз, помнишь, пошел. Да. Канализация. Родни Грейгер, серьезно?
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Don't you know this is a quarantine zone?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating the epidemic. You had better get to a safe place while you still can.
Oh, really? Well, go investigate somewhere else and leave me be.
I beg your pardon?
I said go. Leave me alone, sir.
Сейчас еще раз попробую.
Rodney, you're the man who killed that gang member, are you not? Is that why you are hiding in this godforsaken place?
Yes, I did. I did not even know his name.
Then why did you kill him?
That arsehole always mocked me for the colour of my skin. Usually I let it go. But not that night. We fought. He died.
Unfortunately, I have met several murderers during my lifetime. You don't look like them. I can tell you're no cold-blooded killer.
You're right, sir. At first it was just a simple argument between us. But the man had a bad fall.
Believe me, Rodney, you won't survive here long. No matter what you did, you must go back to where you used to live.
I'll go back to the docks then. But if I die, remember that the blood of Rodney Grader will be on your hands.
Чё? А зачем вообще его? Я не понял реально, зачем я его попросил пойти наверх. Причем в таком приказном тоне. Тут видно, что он прячется от мокрых ботинок. Ой, бля. Этот доктор Рид.
I'll go back to the docks then. But if I die.
Ну, тут уже будет виноват Рид. Я тут ни при чем, потому что я не просил его куда-то идти, я даже ни хрена не выбирал. Ой, доктор Рид реально он какой-то долбанутый. Просто отбитый нахрен голову. Жалко. Ты, я так понимаю, до хрена всяких проходов. Ладно. И сегодня, я так думаю, мы с вами уже отправимся... Хотя... Я вот думаю найти леди Эшбери, а в то же время я такой понимаю, что мне бы подхилиться, ну как, прокачаться. Следовательно, нужно подхилить... А, никого хилить не надо. Отлично, мне только в свою берлогу подхилить только этого Чадану. И все. Здесь у меня всех, кого я... Ну, этих я не могу найти. Я не знаю, где они. Или шляются. Что этот, что этот. Я не знаю, где они. Да, я уже везде побегал. Как бы... Я не был... Ну, порт у нас... Вот здесь их точно нету. В порту я их не видел. Ну, здесь вот только вот здесь вот. Да, но здесь вряд ли. Я их здесь не видел тоже. Ну, посмотрим. Если я их не найду, естественно, я это просто вырежу, и мы сразу же окажемся в больнице Пембрукской. Опа.
They've got bigger problems elsewhere.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Have you heard any rumors regarding Sean Hampton's shelter?
I cannot say I've heard anything particularly interesting, but I was too busy hunting evil to pay attention.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation in London?
It seems the Guard of Priwen has declared war on vampires. I'm not sure if that's a good thing, though.
Really? I thought you'd be thrilled by this news.
The Guard can be reckless. They rush into a fight without thinking. The citizens of London should not be the collateral victims.
Ну, пока нечего, да, выяснять.
Goodbye.
Стоп. Я забыл его подхилить.
Good evening, Miss. Do you need my...
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Пусть живет, он нормальный мужик. Ага. Да, я тут, блин... Ну, типа, как бы... Остался этот гаденыш. И все.
Good evening, Miss.
Of course.
Goodbye. Goodbye. It's locked.
Мальчик. Ты где? Извини, оббирать бабушек нельзя.
Show me.
Да, оббирать бабушек нельзя. Трогмортон.
Good evening.
There's no need.
Я не знаю, ребят, как вам понравится это или нет. Я, например, очень хочу послушать эту музыку классную. А во-вторых, ну, парень, конечно, совсем уже. Бабушку бедную отбирать.
I was just pretending. I caused no harm. I could have taken good care of that old lady.
Да-да, я видел, как ты заботился о ней. Ну, я видел это, вот, заботился он о ней, притворялся. Не надо было притворяться. Здесь, вот в таких ситуациях, ну, очень сложно что-то оценивать, я считаю. То есть, я считаю, что я правильно и неправильно поступил, вот так, вот в нынешней ситуации. Да похер, блин, я уже понял, что те районы там вообще от меня пиздец будет.
Good evening, miss.
Ну, так что, ок.
Enid, listen to me. You must not trust Martin Nightingale. Do you understand?
Martin reminds me so much of my Jack. I've not seen him here in quite some time.
Martin is not your son, Miss Gillingham. He's taking advantage of you.
No, Martin is not my son. My son's name is Jack. He always takes such good care of me. Who is this Martin you speak of?
Please listen. Martin is a young man who extorts money from you. Because of your vulnerability, miss.
What are you attempting, Dr. Tippets? If this is some kind of new experimental procedure, well, I do not like it one bit.
Понятно. Живите, пока сможете.
Goodbye.
Да тут бесполезно разговаривать, она. Я не вот здесь жалеть не буду, то есть мне очень жалко за счет по поводу, ну Хэмптон, не Хэмптона мне жалко сестер Пакстон, вот и все. Да, сестер Пакстон мне очень жалко. Так, теперь я пойду сюда, вылечу своих, прокачаюсь. И уже пойдем к леди Эшбери.
Good evening, sir. I'm amazed you made it back to the docks alone. Good for you.
Well, I could say the same about you, young man. More to the point, who the hell are you?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
And I am Archer Wudbit. Please excuse my assertiveness. I often forget I'm just an old prune.
Я только сейчас подумал, а может быть он убил Джека, прикиньте?
Do you have any recent news on Hampton's shelter?
I read that given enough time, any intention, no matter how good, can rot and sour. If half the things I've heard about this place are true, that theory is soundly proven.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
People used to feel safe around here. They had the gangs protecting them. Now all they do is bicker and plot against one another.
Missing the good old days, are you not?
Trust me, son. The longer you live, the less meaning your existence will have. You need to remember the days you still had beliefs.
And what about the gangs?
Back in my day, people trusted the wet boot boys. We looked out for the docks and its families. Nowadays, they're just a bunch of greedy fuckers.
You were a gang member?
I was their leader for a time, believe it or not. Now these bastards act like I'm nothing. Not one of them. They owe me some damn respect.
If you were such a respected figure, surely you have many interesting stories about this part of town.
You bet I do, but make no mistake. I'm no rat, sir. Some secrets are best left buried.
I'm sure a district as colorful as the docks must have plenty of stories about strange visitors and creepy characters.
So, you want me to talk about the sewer dog, don't you?
If you don't mind.
The sewer dog is a bitch. Appropriately named. An old woman dressed in rags. She has an elegance, though, despite her ugliness. I saw her once. Scared the life out of me.
Это он про старую Бриджит.
Who would you trust around here?
The owner of the turquoise turtle's a decent fella. Tom's his name. Sean Hampton's all right too. Don't particularly share his religious views. He's quite devout, if you catch my meaning.
Do you still know anyone? From the old days, I mean.
Most of them are dead. I still give Miss Gillingham salutations. She doesn't remember me. She did once like me. Boy, she was a beauty back then.
Any remarkable new faces around here?
Nobody. Well, there's that boy Rufus the Curse. I like him, despite the reputation he's made since his parents died. Poor little bastard.
Интересно, реально.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation in London?
I never thought I'd live to see the last days of London. Just another thing I was wrong about, I suppose.
Очень нормальный такой мужик.
Have you always been so bitter?
It's not bitterness, it's poorly masked disgust. When everything turns to shit, we all have to eat a spoon or two.
With everything that's happened recently, the war, Spanish flu, I must concede that these are difficult times.
A few nights ago, I saw a kid eating a rat. He was right in front of one of those abandoned houses nearby, just chewing on a living rat's insides.
Tell me everything you know about the Guard of Priwen.
Andrew never told me what they do. I do know they're vigilantes with military training. Access to some impressive firepower.
And what is your personal opinion about the Guard, then?
This Guard of Priwen is just another gang preying on the young and naive. Preying on people like my boy. I know how it works. I invented it.
Мальчика, а что?
Why did your son really join the Guard of Priwen?
If I believed in a higher power, I'd see this as punishment for my own sins. I deserve it for all the young men I enlisted back in the day.
You don't believe in God, though, do you, Mr. Woodbead? So why did he join?
Now I think about it, Andrew joined the Guard, not to defy me, but to follow in my footsteps, to make me proud.
Как Арчер Вудбит. Я не помню, встречал я такого.
So your son has left you nothing to explain his actions? No letter or message?
Not even a note. I'm a proud man, Dr. Reed. But I would kneel and pray if I thought it would give me my Andrew back.
Всех.
Tell me about the Wet Boot Boys, Archer. I want to know more.
We were there for the families and each other. It was us against the world. We were vicious, tough, even cruel. But we were united.
You sound like you were some kind of radical union member.
Yes, nowadays the communists and gangs squabble over pointless territory. Sounds stupid when you say it out loud.
Я думаю, когда я скушаю нынешних владельцев,
Do you need my medical attention?
главарей мокрых ботинок, он станет.
Well,
Кто знает. Но вряд ли я оставлю вот этих двоих. Вряд ли. Так. Ну все, пока. Осталась, да, больничка моя. И все. По заданию. Здесь все выполнил. Здесь тоже. Здесь... ну я нашел только правильно, не все. Так, мы сейчас увидимся уже около больнички. Твою мать, что здесь происходит? Окрестности просто жесть. Какая-то дичь. Инфлюенция часто сопровождается пневмонией. Чтобы предотвратить распространение испанского гриппа, не выходите на улицу. Жесть. Да, эти два чувака, блин, мне пока не очень хочется заниматься их придумками. Так.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening.
Так, у него пока ничего нет.
Why?
Надо прокачать, там есть что, по-моему. Так, пошли. А здесь нет, мне здесь только Чадану. Чадана, ты где? Да, только его вылечить и все.
It's locked, all right.
Good evening.
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir. But I rose to the challenge.
Отлично.
Do you really?
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Чадана.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reed. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reed. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Да, я не знаю, тут доктор Рид что-то ее выпендривается.
Please.
Of course.
Так. Перманганат калия. Угу. Я сейчас, блин, обанкрочусь. Протеин. Тартрат железа. Эрго. Ну, наверное, я сейчас все сделаю. Сейчас. Подожди.
Good evening,
Do you need...
Well,
Средство от переутомления. Сейчас сделаем.
Please.
of course.
Тартрат железа. Ну, в принципе, это все нужно. Я думаю, ну, можно продать, например, вот это. Так. Пока так. Из этого мы ничего не можем сделать. Да, крест Шона Хэмптона продаем, это продаем, это продаем, это продаем. Безделушки Мартина. Больше мешок всякой мелочевки, добытый в городе Мартином Найтингейлом. Наверное, можно продать, хрен его знает. Так, ну все. Да. Будем знать, если что у него покупать можно. Тартрат железа, ты понимаешь, да? Это вот так вот будет. Ладно, пока все. Все, и пошли к леди Эшбери. Опа. А я только к леди Эшбери.
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away, whoever you are.
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
I am not your champion.
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to.
Silence! I dismiss you now!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence!
Мне кажется, у вампиров...
Tired of all these puppet shows.
Мне кажется, у вампиров свои терки в этом плане. Он создал меня, ну вот это мой создатель, с которым я сейчас общался, для того, чтобы я... Ну опять же, я исхожу из того, что предполагаю. Для того, чтобы я был добрым эконом. То есть он не может в силу того, что у него статус и... Не то, что он, потому что он вампир, а скорее всего ему просто не позволят уже быть каким-то таким добреньким. Охренеть, отражение, нифига себе. Так, здесь мы были. Да-да-да, мы здесь были. Я потом вот туда по кровавому следу бежал, там увидел жертву моей сестры.
I'll show them war.
Whatever this poor woman did, nobody deserves this kind of punishment.
Жесть. Здесь видно, да, сразу видно, что райончик богатенький. Богаче, чем до этого был. Но лучше здесь не стало. Нет, мы пойдем к леди Эшбери. Я сейчас не буду здесь что-то выяснить. Здесь уже эконы только воюют. Да ты... Не его убили? Нет. Ага, вот это капка, которая у меня есть. Может, ты с ним повоюешь, давай? Горло перерезал. Будешь знать. Ты с Джонатаном Ридом воевать. Да-да-да, здесь прям видно, прям такой богатенький район.
It's locked.
А куда это locked? Угу. Место классное, много изучать, но что делать? Вот этот двор леди Эшбери. Охотник. Это кто там такой? Как? Не, у тебя другой есть. Да бляха. Вольный вулкот. Вулкот, скорее всего.
So this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
За звуки. Ладно.
Dr. Reed, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him, but I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
My sister Mary. She was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those betrayed. Made vampire through careless error. Victims by surprise.
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how vampires are created.
That is the scientist speaking. In truth, most of us do not know how it really works. Personally, I make sure my prey will not return to haunt me.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before leaving their remains.
Это умно.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her misery. But still, I felt I had taken her life twice.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty. Had I known your dear Mary was still alive, I would never have sent you to pray for her soul in that church.
There is no need to apologize, my lady. Your words have been most helpful in these difficult times.
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
I came to the conclusion that my maker, whoever he might be, must be a powerful vampire. Certainly extremely old.
How have you reached this conclusion?
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in an ethereal form. His voice, his words seemed ancient. It was disturbing.
I am afraid you are right. The simple fact that your blood made Mary such a strong Ekon proves that you must be of ancient lineage.
I felt this power, radiating like an aura every time he appeared.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the Guard of Prewen half a century ago. I wonder who your maker could be.
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the ancient ones fled England. Some may still be in hiding. All I know is you, my friend, are a pawn in some secret and obscure game of chess.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
Please, call me Elizabeth.
So, my lady, why truly did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Who are they? Really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
Will they fight the guard of Prewin?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
Why use you to contact me?
Because they know we are close. The Ascalon Club has many spies. Their main occupation is gathering information and then deciding how to use it.
Have they threatened you in any way?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first. But it is only logical, considering the critical situation in London.
Why not ask for your help? Since you are obviously a powerful and influential immortal yourself.
You have to understand that I am invisible to the eyes of Ascalon, for I am a woman. That suits me well, as long as they leave me alone.
Should I trust them?
Of course not. Do not misunderstand me. They can be very useful, but I believe their long-term goals differ from yours.
Why meet them then?
Because nothing truly important can be achieved in this city without their consent. They could be powerful allies in this current situation.
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you to choose your behavior. The most important rule is to show them due respect.
They have done nothing but impede my investigations since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave? Who is he?
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
Have you met him?
Only on rare occasions, for he never goes outside the club. And women are not awarded membership, even immortals.
How old is he? How long has he been a vampire?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall, the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is true, he could be very old.
How powerful is his reach?
The Ascalon Club may be the most influential secret society in England. Not all its members are immortals, but they are all very powerful.
They are not all immortals. How is that?
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
Any familiar or famous names?
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material and has been watched for years.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite, but we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Prewin has called for a second great hunt of our kind, and they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
Will the guard of Prewen and the Ascalon Club fight each other?
I doubt it. If Prewen really launched a great hunt, I think most of the Ekons I know would flee the country to escape the bloodbath.
I think I saw them kill an Ekon on the way to your house. They seem to have a list with names.
To launch another great hunt, they must have collected intelligence on vampire identities and whereabouts. They are a resourceful lot.
Should we fight back? I will not be hunted down like an animal again.
I admire your courage, Jonathan. But the best way to fight them is to put an end to the epidemic. This is the only way to clear the air.
What is a great hunt?
The first great hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Prewen located and destroyed most of the old British vampires.
Why start a second one?
Prewen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one or more of us as the cause of the epidemic.
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan. Like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they had lost my trail.
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
How can I save London?
The epidemic is the priority. You must find its origin and put an end to it. This is the best way to solve the crisis.
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation. We need clarity.
Will I ever discover the identity of my maker?
Maybe not, Jonathan. We know for sure you were made by a powerful vampire, but most of those fled England long ago.
You have no idea at all? You seem to know so many things about the secrets of the vampire underworld.
Even if I had my suspicions, I would not dare give you a name so soon. All I can say is this. I will make inquiries and keep you informed.
Please forgive my bluntness, but I have to ask. Was it you? Did you make me?
Oh, Jonathan. I know you shall always have a gnawing doubt about who made you an immortal. But I swear, I had nothing to do with it.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No, you will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
Will you not visit Pembroke again?
No. I must remain discreet and avoid attracting attention to Pembroke Hospital for the time being.
But how will you sustain yourself?
I shall not, Jonathan. Fear not. I'm used to it.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not, my dear. I shall only be a heart's beat away.
I want to thank you for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor? and call me Elizabeth.
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon. We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Elizabeth.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
Эшбери Гейт. Ну что же, да достаточно было интересно. Глава 4. Теневой кабинет. Мне очень понравилось, очень классно было. Всем спокойной мрачной ночи. Спасибо за просмотр. До скорого. Пока-пока.